This is no defense of Marilyn Manson, but isn't it odd that 4 other women came forward before Evan Rachel Wood had the strength to do so? I don't know. I would think if you were a star, if you're the lead of HBO's biggest seasonal hit, other than Game of Thrones, wouldn't you think you'd have enough power, enough influence to out the guy who, at best, had a strong career 20 years ago in music? Evan Rachel Wood accusing Marilyn Manson of abuse, and horrific abuse at that. And she's not alone, right? There are 4 other women making that allegation, but this is new for her. So again, it just strikes me as odd that other people have come forward. They've said Marilyn Manson abused me. Is this shocking? I'm not going to victim blame, but when a woman says, I want to go date the guy that has implants, chest implants. I want to date the guy who circulated the rumor that he removed his own ribs so that he could perform fellatio upon himself. I want to date the guy who, if you watch his music videos, does the things that Marilyn Manson does. Do you hear what I'm saying? It's not victim blaming. It is saying you have a responsibility to know what you're signing up for. Period. With anything. Student loans, hey, 2-point plan here. You signed up for student loans, you got to repay your loans. That's how those are solved. In this situation, you date Marilyn Manson, you may see Marilyn Manson behavior exhibited upon yourself, and I'm sorry to say that may come in a lot of different forms that you may not welcome. Yikes. Okay, Vanity Fair, tell us more. In the past, actor and activist Evan Rachel Wood has spoken about the alleged abuse she was subjected to by an unnamed ex. In an Instagram post early Monday morning, she put a name to those allegations. So this is basically like saying, okay, guys, I was abused for a really long time, and unfortunately, it was by a really well-known boyfriend of mine. Here are all the terrible things that happened. He would mark me up with his lipstick and a bunch of other terrible things. I can't tell you who it was. And now she says, the name of my abuser. And hang on, I gotta back up. That's not what she said. I'm not quoting her, and I'm not trying to belittle the accusation. I'll just read you what she said. The name of my abuser is Brian Warner, also known to the world as Marilyn Manson. The point is that I think we all could have put it together, just looking at this, okay? Wood wrote, he started grooming me when I was a teenager and horrifically abused me for years. I was brainwashed and manipulated into submission. I am done living in fear of retaliation, slander, or blackmail. I am here to expose this dangerous man and call out the many industries that have enabled him before he ruins any more lives. I stand with the many victims who will no longer be silent. In a show of solidarity, at least 4 other women posted their own allegations against Manson, aka Brian Warner, apparently. That's a way less cool name, not gonna lie. Detailing harrowing experiences that they claim included sexual assault, psychological abuse, and or various forms of coercion, violence, intimidation. So this kind of sounds like the R. Kelly ladies, right? Similar stories. Meeting him, the star, in his mid-young 30s, right? I think she said she was 17 or 18 when she met him at 36, right? Okay, next paragraph. So R. Kelly meets women the same age. He's in his 30s, late 20s, and then has a harem. So does Marilyn Manson have a harem? Maybe not all at one time, but throughout his career, it's clear that he's put through at least 5 women through this psychological abuse, this cycle of torment. Really. Because looking at him, you wouldn't expect that. I mean, again, would you have ever expected that this guy would have ever been an abuser, would ever treat you poorly or give you an unkind word, show you an aggressive back of his hand? You think that guy... Anyways, I don't want to judge a book by his cover. But when that's the cover, I mean, hey, I'm going to. Sorry. They say in that Manson denied similar allegations in the past. So that was my point earlier. Evan Rachel Wood, where were you in the past, lady? You had over a decade to come forward when these other people had come forward. These other people don't have a Vanity Fair headline now because their name carries some strength. That was my point. Westworld star accuses. That would have been a lot more impactful when all these other people were making their accusations. He denies them all. His team has categorically denied these accusations. Vanity Fair will update you. This breaking news story develops. So she's now 33, the star of Westworld, has said that she met the shock rocker Manson when she was 18 and he was 36. In 2018, she testified before a House Judiciary Subcommittee as a part of an effort to get the Sexual Assault Survivors Bill of Rights passed in all 50 states. That should have been the number one red flag. You should have all known at that point that it was Marilyn Manson. And the fact that she took 3 years to come forward and to name him means that those 3 years, she didn't think it was important enough or that she couldn't be strong enough to, as she says, not me, she says, save him from ruining other lives. So she believes that those 3 years she could have done something and didn't. That's why I have a problem with these headlines. That's why I think this is kind of garbage. Like, why are you going to make the accusation after all these other people did, and now you're going to be willing to do that? You had 3 years after he had been accused by other people, and you held your tongue as the celebrity, as the biggest name so far of the people that he's abused. Nothing. When does Westworld Season 3 or Season 4 or whatever one come out? Does it even say in here? I wonder. Let's go to the bottom. Let's just see. Let's see. What does Westworld come back? See, I'm wondering if this is like a secret little, lame-o ad for whatever they're going to be appearing in next. Television programs like The New Pope, Gods of Anarchy. So they're explaining what he's been in. Probably won't be in that anytime soon. And of course, she is the star of Westworld. So you can imagine that will be coming back. This is something that I think is interesting, though. While looking at more information for this video, I had found the Red Carpet Fashion Awards. It's actually in my bookmarks. No, but the Evan Rachel Wood transformation I thought was odd, because you can see before this context, before the accusations were ever made, so before anyone is really aware of what is going on in her life at this time with Marilyn Manson, you can see it in how she's dressing, right? Early 2000s, seemingly kind of punk, normal for her age, right? Fine, with the time. Here she is as kind of a young adult, okay? Very appropriate for the events that she was on. Again, all red carpets. And you can see 2003 to 2004, 2005, just very nice looking, very girl next door, all grown up kind of, in a very nice professional way. Very tasteful is what I'm trying to say. Here, all black in 2006, very, chic, emo, kind of, I'm a Mad Men secretary, but not really because I'm too fancy. She's just missing pearls because that would be too elegant. This is kind of the dark side of that. Rejecting the modernity, the trinketism. And then you have, someone was given some harder drugs at a party once and kind of had a stumble. Specifically in 2008. Yikes. Okay, so at this point, it says not long after Evan and Marilyn went public, so did her dark locks. And then you can see, okay, so late 2007. I know, this is very interesting, right? Early 2008, now boom, all black hair, very pasty white skin, very sallow, gaunt looking. And then later in the year, very... Okay, so now you can see, as soon as December rolls around, the black hair is gone, right back to a nice auburn, orange, shiny, healthy. That's the point, healthy. She did not look healthy while dating Marilyn Manson. That was evident then. In these photos, looking back, it's clear upon retrospective that she was not healthy with him. So I have no doubt in my mind that this story is accurate, or at least that she's being honest when she says that the psychological abuse and torment and all of the other things that she claims are real. In no way am I trying to diminish it, but at the same time, can you not imagine why it's frustrating to say, if all of those things are real, and I do believe that they are, like I'm saying, why wouldn't you have come forward when all the other people did? Why wouldn't you have come forward when it happened to save them from having it happen to them? That is your responsibility. That's the truth, and I'm not going to not say that because it may hurt your feelings. Sorry. But the victims who stand up and say, I need to have support as I say this, and I need to make this known, and I need to get this off my chest. It'll make me feel better, and it'll, whatever it happens to them, but I need to let the people know this. Fine, that's noble, but also you have to wear the shit then. That is, you also should have stopped it earlier, and you could have, and you didn't, and now you have to wear that. So you have the support, but you have to work and live with that shit too. So I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. That's just my take. It's probably not all right, but that's all right. Let me know. Share this video, like this video, and subscribe to the channel if you want to stay in touch and help me, as the salt flows, keep America afloat.